Mm-hmm. So, after my boss revealed that to me, I went to Keisha. I told Keisha, I said, I didn't know you two were a thing. She said, yeah. She said, the reason why I'm here at this job is because Z referred me here. I said, were you guys exes then? She said, yeah. I said, wait a minute. Why would your ex recommend you work with her here if y'all are exes? Did y'all break up on good terms or something? And Keisha said, no, we did not. So she begins to tell me what happened to their relationship. I didn't even say anything about her being a gold digger. I didn't say anything to Keisha about Z being a gold digger at all. One of the first words that came out of Keisha's mouth was, reason why I broke up with her was because she was using me for money. She wanted money. She didn't want a relationship. She just wanted money. She goes on to tell me, she says wherever she goes, she always has a girl with her. And I said, well, yeah, I was told that she comes in here with a friend of hers. She said, yeah, that friend is the ex-girlfriend that she said she was engaged to. That girl was her ex-girlfriend. When Z told me about being engaged to someone, she did not say the gender of the person she was engaged to. Not that it matters, the gender. My point is, she hid the fact that it was that girl that she introduced me to. She introduced me to that girl. Before we ever started dating, she introduced me to her friend who I did not know was her ex-girlfriend. Had no idea was her ex-girlfriend. And I definitely didn't know that that was the girl that she was engaged to be married to. Anyway, she goes on to tell me that they were engaged and they broke it off or whatever. I don't know what happened with that one. I didn't dig into that one because I didn't think it was important. Apparently those two, they were good friends. Childhood friends. So the ex-girlfriend that she was engaged to knows Z better than Keisha, better than me, better than anybody. Keisha goes on to tell me the reason why Z's screen on her phone is always black is because she said she turns off the camera so that you can't see her, where she is or who she's with or anything like that. I told Keisha this. I said the excuse that she used was that her camera's broke. She said nope. She said that's the same excuse she used on me. Her camera's broke. She has to buy a new phone. Same thing she told me. She has to buy a new phone. Camera's broke. And all this other nonsense as to why she can't show her face. So after she tells me that, she goes on to say that, this is the big one. This is the big one. Z apparently was going around the store telling people that she was pregnant. Then later on, she lost the baby. This is the story she made up. She lost the baby, so she wanted to get pregnant again. I told Keisha after she said that, I said that there was a day that she invited me to her place and she was talking about how she was horny. And putting two and two together, I think you know where I'm going with this. She lied about the baby. Then she had a miscarriage or whatever. Then she says that she wanted another baby. Then Keisha told me that, oh yeah, she said that she was pregnant again. Now, I talked to her about when this was, because mind you, about 3 weeks have passed. We're on the 3.5 week mark now. Keisha says, yeah, she was saying that she was pregnant again. And I'm thinking, what? Pregnant again? She said, when did you go to her place? And I told her when. And she said, oh no, well, she said she was pregnant before then. So basically what she wanted me to do was she wanted me to get her pregnant so that what she said could be true, thus putting me in a bind because now I'm giving her money to take care of our child, which she probably doesn't even care about, because the truth of the matter is I think she just wanted to have somebody to constantly give her money and not work for it and make it like an official permanent thing. What better way to do that than to get a guy to impregnate her so that she can have their baby and so that they can pay her. Now, if I'm a deadbeat, I'm not going to pay her money even for my child. But me being me, if I had gotten her pregnant, yes, I would be giving money for the child. I don't know if she'd be using it. Here's my problem with that. I don't think she cares about the baby. She just wants the money. Keisha told me she wanted this child. She wants to be a mom. Mind you, she's 21. And I'm not saying that there's a problem with a 21-year-old wanting to be a mom, at that age. I'm not saying that there's a problem with that. I'm saying that it's a problem when you are like her. You only care about the money aspect, not the baby, not anything like that, just the money. So she wanted me to give her money for the baby. So she wanted me to get her pregnant so that she could have the baby. I don't know why she chose me to do that, but I don't know. That I don't know. Maybe I was an easy target for her, or she thought I was an easy target for her. Anyway, Keisha and I talked about some other things that we had in common as far as our relationships with her. She's been using the same methods on everybody. Men, women, didn't care. She didn't care who her victim was. She just played everybody. So I'm thinking, okay, she's bisexual, fine. But I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I said, Keisha, how is she able to afford to live in that apartment in this area? And Keisha says she's not alone. Her ex-girlfriend lives with her. And I'm like, that makes sense. It makes sense. My suspicions were confirmed. Her ex-girlfriend lives with her. They both pay the expenses, which honestly, I know where she works. She don't make the money with that kind of job. There's just no way. But I digress. I don't know where they're getting their money from. Maybe they're both gold digging. Different people. I don't know how long you can go doing something like that before people realize that you're playing them and you just want their money. So after finding out all of this stuff, by the way, there was a story about her Gmail. Yes, we're going to go into the Gmail because I already had suspicions when Z put her Gmail in my phone and told me that we're going to communicate in this way. Gmail. So, the Gmail account. Keisha told me that when they were in a relationship, she gave her the same Gmail account. But before she gave her that, she gave her a phone number. And told Keisha that she would call her on that number. But she also told Keisha, do not call me back on this number. Why is that? Well, here's why. Keisha decided to find out what was going on with that. So she calls that number that Z told her not to call. Don't call me back on this number, I'll call you on this number. She calls her on that number, but Z doesn't pick up. Someone else picks it up. Z's ex-girlfriend. And says,
"Who's calling my number? Who is this?"
And Keisha said, "Yo, I'm Z's girlfriend." And she said,
"No, you're not."
So she's yelling, calling Z's name on the phone and fussing her out. And then she hangs up the phone. Z tells Keisha,
"Why did you call that number?"
And Keisha said, "Because it was suspicious that you gave me that number and told me not to call you back on that number." So Z gave her the Gmail account. And then that's when she started advertising Apple Pay to Keisha, just like she did me, because that's all that she wanted the Gmail account for, was Apple Pay. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted. There's some other stories, but I can't quite remember them all in vivid detail. But they were pretty bad. Like, what she did to Keisha. But of course, Keisha was smart. There was one story where she did pay for an Uber for Z, and Z declined it. Z said, "Never mind." Why? You wonder why? Because all she wanted was the money. But anyway, that's it for me. Guys, I will see you in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.